Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of She Plays Final Fantasy XIV, a Realm Reborn with Kovu and Eos. Today, we are going to do some more storyline with Minfilia, because we need to do some more story, dude. Shadow of Darkness. I'm afraid there is no rest for the weary, Kovu. We must delve further into the motivations of the masked man, the Ascian known as La Brea. This is an ideal moment to do so while our hands are not bound dealing with another primal. At present, we know little and less about the Ascians, only that destruction follows in their wake. I should not be surprised if these beings are behind the chaos that racks the realm. If my fears prove to be reality, we must do all in our power to stop them. Earlier, I sent word to each Grand Company to solicit cooperation. The Immortal Flames responded to the effect that they have information on a potential sighting. This is intelligence that we can ill afford to ignore. Go speak with Flame Commander Swift at the Hall of Flames in Ul'dah to inquire further. How you go about the investigation thereafter I leave wholly to your discretion. But whatever you do, never forget that we are dealing with the unknown. You cannot take too many precautions. Be safe, Kovu. The Masked Man. Ah, you are come on behalf of the Scions, of course. Yes, as we've already relayed to Lady Minfilia, there has been a sighting of this rogue near about eastern Thanalan. A brass blade stationed at Highbridge described him in detail when he alerted us to suspicious activity. I'd point you to the witness, but I'm afraid he died not 2 days ago, slain by a marauding horde of Kakirin. Fate can be a cruel mistress. But do not be too quick to despair. Being situated on a trade route, Highbridge sees its fair share of travelers. Folk are always coming and going, and some among them may well have caught a glimpse of your target. You could do worse than to speak with a merchant named Hihibaru. The fellow is always starved for customers, and he'd no doubt welcome your attention, whether or not you have coin or the mind to spend it. Amen. Ah, it's rainy outside, isn't it? Quite the storm we're having. The sun, it burns now. My precious hair, I can feel it screaming in anguish. Wait. Couple things wrong with that statement. A, it is pouring outside, and B, what hair? Welcome to Highbridge, adventurer. Whatever you seek, I, Hihibaru, can provide it. Probably. You're after a masked man? I'm not sure I have one of those in stock. Well, I'd be kind of I mean, you sure you don't? I mean, just behind the storage over there? Alright. Oh, you're after a masked man. Why didn't you say so sooner? Such an individual might have featured in one of my many rumors I've heard. If you'll linger a while, mayhap you'll learn a thing or two, eh? Ah, yeah, maybe we can learn a thing or two. Let's find out. When the Order of Nod Thal began excavating the ruins below, I had hopes that Highbridge would turn into a bustling hub for pilgrims, but thanks to the nigh-endless beastmen raids, folk are too afraid to come within a mile of here. I sold everything I owned to get my venture started, and I am loath to give up without making an earnest effort to stick it out, but if things keep going as they are, I'll be bankrupt before the moon is through. Whining won't do me any good, though. No, for my business to survive, I'll need business. Speaking of which, perhaps you'd like to browse my wares. I spend a bit of coin to help a struggling merchant. The masked man? I'll take your bloody masked man. I know what I said before, but they Rugers are all I've got. If you want to know about him, go and ask other merchants. Okay. Well, just don't get your panties in a bunch there, buddy. I'm just trying to figure out things so I can keep you protected, 'cause, you know, stuff and things. I've heard tell of the masked devil. Seems he's been appearing not only around Highbridge, but elsewhere about Thanalan too. Enough folk have reported seeing him to convince me he's more than a figment of the imagination. But little is known about him otherwise. Alright, let's talk to more. On the trail of a masked man. I've heard of him, but only in hushed tones and faint whispers. It's said he wears a black hooded robe and looks right suspicious, and that's about all I can say, little though it is. Have I seen a masked man wearing a dark robe? No, I haven't, nor do I wish to. Business is bad enough without shady characters lurking about. Folk have been giving Highbridge a wide berth because of all the Kikiran raids, but none of the most devout of pilgrims are willing to come here. None but the most devout of pilgrims, I should say. Judging by your expression, I take it you didn't learn much of use. Look, I'm sorry for my rudeness earlier, it's just that things are tough for us merchants at the moment. The Kikiran raids are so constant, so organized, we're beginning to suspect that someone is orchestrating it all. I tend to put my own welfare first, like most of us do, but that doesn't mean I'm a bad person. I promise to keep an eye out for your masked man. If I see or hear anything, you'll be the first to know. Good. Hey! Ah, the investigative adventurer. Are you still on the trail of that masked man by any chance? I happen to remember something and would share it with you. You recall my telling you how the Kikiran have been raiding Highbridge nigh without cease? Well, there is a rumor that those filthy rats have been meeting with a great hulk of a man in the street. While I can't say this is the mystery fellow you seek, I reckon it's as good a lead as any other. According to witnesses, the rendezvous takes place in the Kikiran lair located southeast of here. If you go there, perhaps you'll come upon some kind of clue. Be careful, though. The nasty buggers don't take kindly to visitors. Well, the Kikiran don't seem to mind that I'm here. Hey, buddy, how's it going? I guess they know. They know me. Oh, buddy, did you lose something? Alright, no worries. So, did you end up investigating the Kikiran lair? I did. Here's this letter I got. They just basically let me have it. A letter you can't make heads or tails of? Let me see. This is written in Amalgic. You're in luck. Just so happens I learned a spot of it back in the day. So, as to expand my potential clientele, seems the contents pertain to... Whoa! People trafficking? Gods be good if I'm reading this right. The Kikiran are trying to strike a deal with the Amalja. They mean to catch hapless souls at Highbridge and sell them off like sacks of potatoes. To think that different tribes of beastmen are colluding in their villainy. I must warn everyone to maintain their vigilance. You have my thanks, adventurer. I do not brave the Kikiran there. No one here would have known that the creatures were plotting until they actually began picking us off one by one. On the other hand, I suppose this means you're no closer to finding your man. Well, unless it's an Amalja you're looking for. But, probably not, huh? Probably not. I finally got some honest-to-goods information on your masked man. This time it's the real thing, I swear. Why so confident? Because I saw him with my own 2 eyes. That's weird. I was only gone for like 2 seconds, dude. I mean, I wasn't even gone. I never left. I was out on an evening stroll, minding my own business, when I noticed a column of smoke rising from the cliff over at Thal's Respite. Curious, I took myself there to find a masked man. Your masked man, I'm sure of it, standing by a fire. As if in answer, some Kikiran appeared soon after, and the group began talking at length. I'm afraid I was too far out of earshot to hear much of anything. After the group had dispersed, an idea came to me. If you were to use this smoldering coal to start a fire, you might be able to arrange a similar meeting. It will be dangerous, I shouldn't doubt, but you've proven yourself more than a match for a pack of rats. Okay. So what do you think? That's some sound, reliable information, even I, if I do say so myself. Well worth all the lingering about you've been doing, wouldn't you say? Sure. Well, here we are at our destination. Corpse Brigade foot soldier. Weird. So the smoke drew out a zombie? Huh. Was that it? This stuff is zombie drawing. I don't know. Oh, little Lalafell, it didn't seem to work. Back so soon, were you able to find any clues leading to your masked man? A paper ward inscribed with a prayer to the patron deity of Alamigo, Rogger. Huh. This scroll, it bears a prayer to Rogger, the Destroyer. Isn't that who I follow? In case you're unfamiliar, Rogger is the guardian deity of Alamigo, which is currently under Garlean rule. It's highly uncommon for folk of other nations to revere him. I'd wager my last guild that your assailant was Alamigan. It seems this masked man of yours is very well connected. I must confess, the merchant in me envies such a diverse network of contacts. That self-same merchant also senses danger ahead and darkness besides. Are you certain you'd rather not take things nice and slow here at Highbridge? I am positive, man. Thanks for your concern. The Alamigan bandit you had a run-in is somehow connected to your masked man of mystery. So it stands to reason that if you want to pick up the trail again, you should head towards Little Alamiga over in southern Fenland. Just so you know what to expect, the settlement is the favored destination for those refugees who couldn't, well, adapt to life in Ul'dah. The hearts of the denizens are said to be as barren as the wasteland they live in, and for all intents and purposes it's a lawless place. Be prepared for a not-so-warm welcome. Now, I'm not certain how much of help she will be, but it just so happens I have a daughter who has relocated to Little Alamigo. Her name is Hihira, and it shouldn't hurt to seek her out first. And while you have her attention, I'd be obliged if you could send my love. Not a day goes by that I don't think of her. I suppose this is it then. I had hoped that you would linger here a while, cull some fiends, spend some coin, what have you. But something tells me you're destined for greater things. Wherever it is you end up, I wish you the best. And here we are. This is Hihira. I guess the daughter of the merchant that we were just talking to. Why yes, Hihibaru is my father. He said, what? Ugh. I wish I could be a better daughter to him. It's just that, oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't bother you with family matters, but I am grateful to you for delivering the message. Now then, what brings you here? Masked man? I'm afraid that description doesn't ring any bells, but one of the others here might have seen something. I would recommend you speak first with Gundobald, the leader of the settlement. I must warn you, though, he isn't exactly accommodating to outsiders. Gundobald. Gundobald. Well, man, don't you look tough? Who are you? State your business and be quick about it. Looking for a masked villain, you say? And why should we help you, pray? We struggle enough without having to answer the whim of every outsider. You are not welcome here. Be gone. Well! You're not very friendly. Oh my goodness. But I guess we're just gonna have to figure out what he's so angry about next time. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this episode of She Plays Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn, and we'll see you next time when we figure out what's going on in Alamigo.